Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So I would like to request you kindly share something what we discussed yesterday. So if there is only one God and one ultimate goal of life, so then why so many different kinds of religion? And apparently it appears that there are different paths and different gods and different ways and means. So what is this mystery? So regarding this, we discussed yesterday. So I would like to ask, can any one of you tell us why there are different kinds of religion if there is only one God? Are there all these religions are different religion or only one religion appearing in different forms? Yes, who can tell?
So we can see that there are different religions in the world, or in Sanatan Dharma also there are different sects. But technically, they are made as per an human being's uh, what you call intelligence, or as per his understanding. Like some people get connected towards God through philosophies like Vedanta, or some other religion like in Christianity or Abrahamic religion. They say that there is only one single reality, God, but so that they teach it in such a way that an individual can understand as per his capacity or ability, so
Yes,
that at least he'll start to get onto the part of spirituality and will start to follow God indirectly, though not directly.
yes, very nice, good. So that everyone may make progress towards God consciousness, because everyone is having different capacity, their level of understanding is different. So not everyone will be able to accept the principles of this Sanatan Dharma. So that's why, and simple version, different religions, you can say, simplified or a lenient version of Sanatan Dharma has been given to them, in which the principles, some of the common principles are intact, like God is one, and our duty is to surrender to Him and to obey the instruction laws of God. So these are some common principles, and but there are certain principles which are very strict, which may not be very easily means understandable, or which others they cannot follow those principles so strictly. That's why a lenient or simple version of Sanatan Dharma has given to them, so that at least they may follow that particular simple version of Dharma, and gradually they may make progress.
Prabhuji, I just had one question before we start the class. Can I ask it to you?
Yes, yes.
प्रभु जी, अभी हम देखते हैं ये मटेरियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड में जो भी हम जिसे प्यार बोलते हैं, वो टेक्निकली एक वेरी हाई अफेक्शन वरना अट्रैक्शन है वो चीज के लिए, या तो लस्ट है। तो जो हम बोलते हैं प्योर जो प्रेम रहता है वो सिर्फ भगवान के प्रति रह सकता है, सिर्फ भक्ति मार्ग थ्रू आ सकता है। बट
Yes,
प्रभु जी जैसे कि एक ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी है कि हमें जो दिखता है वरना हम जो महसूस, लाइक व्हाट वी सी वी बिलीव, मतलब जो
yes,
दिखता है वरना। अभी जैसे कि फॉर इंस्टेंस इवन आई गेट काउंट इन दैट थिंग, लाइक घर पे मंदिर है बट बोलते कि नहीं बाहर, मतलब जब इस्कॉन जाएंगे वरना अन्यथा कोई मंदिर, वहां पे ज्यादा पीस मिलता है। तो ये जो प्रेम भाव है जो भगवान के लिए, वो कैसा मतलब उसकी उत्पत्ति कैसी होती है? अभी बोलते हैं कि श्रवणम थ्रू, बट जब भी हम श्रवणम करते हैं, वरना मैं ये पर्सनली फेस करता हूँ थिंग, जब भी मैं श्रवणम थ्रू ट्राई करता हूँ या मेडिटेट करता हूँ, तभी मतलब भगवान के ऊपर, तो मन बहुत अस्थिर हो जाता है तभी उस टाइम पे। तो प्रेम भाव कैसे लाया जाए जिससे हम भगवान को कनेक्ट हो पाए?
okay. So in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explains this love of Krishna, how it is aroused. नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम साध्य का गुनाय श्रवण दे शुद्ध चित्त कर है उदाय. That love for Krishna is always eternally present within the heart of every living entity. It's not that it is some artificial imposition. Artificially, one cannot generate love for the Supreme Lord. It's already there within the heart. But because of the material covering, material consciousness, because the when the living entity comes in this dehatma buddhi, considering oneself to the body, that same pure love for Krishna gets manifested towards the material objects, material people of this world. So as soon as through the process of Shravanam means cleansing the heart from all kinds of material impurities. Shravanam helps one to cleanse away especially the hearing of the holy name of Krishna and hearing about the teachings of Krishna. That cleanses the consciousness of from material to spiritual. So as soon as a person becomes self-realized, that means he becomes free from this misconception that I am this body. This is a great misconception that I am this body. So as soon as through the process of hearing and chanting, when one's heart is cleaned of all kinds of misgiving, lust, anger, greed, etc., then he can realize himself that I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. And then as he goes on chanting more and more, hearing more and more glories of the Supreme Lord, the dormant love which is already present within the heart, which is now being manifested in the form of love for society, nation, husband, wife, parents, children, so many different ways. And if nobody is there to love, people they love cats and dogs because the tendency is there. It cannot be destroyed. That is there. That is the inbuilt, or you can say, constitutional characteristic of the soul. That is not from body. That is from the soul. So as soon as these misconceptions, impurities are eradicated through this process, then automatically the love for the Supreme Lord is awakened from within. Naturally, it will naturally come out, this awakening of love. You don't have to artificially develop love for the Supreme Lord. Just like a mother, she has a natural affection and love for the child. Why? Because the child is connected to the mother. The child is part and parcel of mother. Mother has given birth to the child. The body of the child is developed from the body of mother. So naturally, this connection is there. So as soon as the child takes birth, immediately the mother develops the love for the child. So similarly, living entities, we, the spirit soul, we have a natural connection, eternal connection. We are part and parcel. As a spirit soul, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So that natural affection is there between us and the Supreme Lord. But because of misconception, because of bodily consciousness, it is pervertedly reflected to material things, material objects of this world. So in this way, the chanting of the spiritual subject matter about Krishna, that helps. So it's a gradual process. As the more this cleansing of the heart happens, the more one can realize the love for the Lord. Okay, so you need to just go on with chanting and hearing about Krishna. And we have started these sessions just to facilitate this Shravanam Kirtanam, so that one may get the opportunity to hear about Krishna or Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha means what Krishna spoke in the Bhagavad Gita. So this is our last session. After this, we are going to start Bhagavad Gita from verse by verse. So as we will proceed ahead in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, you will realize yourself that we are able to develop, or we are able to reawaken our lost relationship with the Supreme Lord. And then automatically the love for him will be developed. And in that condition, it's not required that you to experience the love for the Supreme Lord, you need to go to some temple or some other places. Wherever you may live, constantly you will have this experience that I am servant of Krishna. My duty is to serve him. Whether you live in the home or outside, in the market, in the job place, or you come to the temple. But in the beginning stages, definitely we require such environment, such association, by which our dormant, which is now covered conscious, covered love for the Supreme Lord, which can be which can be uncovered by the process of hearing chanting. Once it is uncovered, so you may live anywhere, you will have the experience of love for Krishna, just like Srila Prabhupada. This will be our third aspect of this session. Srila Prabhupada, the ambassador from the spiritual world. So Srila Prabhupada, he went to US, America, and New York, and so many different parts of the world he traveled. And instead, he did not get affected by the material consciousness of Western countries, but rather he had pure love for Krishna within his heart, and that same love he transferred to other people who came in contact with him. So that is the stage of completely awakened love for Krishna. So this we shall gradually understand as we proceed ahead in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So okay, so in our last session we discussed why there are many religions. So we already understood about this. Now, in this session we'll try to know different kinds of understanding about God. So different levels of understandings are given in different scriptures about the same God, one God, uh, but a level of understanding is different. That's why it appears that there are different gods. Just like if you take a reflection of certain object, 3D object. So if you take the reflection from front view, then it will be of different shape. The reflection will be of different shape. If you take from top view, the reflection will be different depending upon in what kind of view you are taking the reflection. Similarly, God is one, and depending upon which aspects of God has been covered or given in different kinds of religion, similar in that way understanding of God differs from person to person, but a complete and perfect understanding of God has been given in our Vedic texts, Sanatan Dharma, specifically in texts like Bhagavatam, which are Bhakti Shastra. Because only through bhakti, only through pure devotion to the Lord Krishna says, one can know me in full. If one wants to understand God fully, then he has to take the path as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, as Arjuna accepted this. So, what is the definition of God? So, a simple definition of God is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, first verse, first chapter of first canto. Janmadyasya yataha, the one from whom everything emanates. This is a simple definition. A person from whom everything emanates, everything comes out. All the living entities, all the material elements, all the feelings, emotions, everything, good and evil, both emanates from the Supreme Lord. That is the definition of God. So in Bible also, this has been explained. Jesus claims himself to be Son of God, Christ. So Jesus never claimed that he is God. He said, "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." In Jesus in Bible, he says that whoever will call upon the name of Lord, then that means whoever will chant the holy name of the Supreme Lord, he will be saved from the cycle of birth and death. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. So our Father, Jesus is saying our Father, God is our Father. And interestingly, see here, Jesus doesn't say that my Father which art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. He says our Father. That means we all are sons of God, not just Jesus is son of God. Because there are many Christians who they say that Jesus is the only Son of God. Nobody else can become son, take the position of Son of God. No, it's not true. If God is Father, he must be Father of everyone. Why only Jesus? So Jesus accepted that our Father. That means every one of us are sons of the Supreme Father, God. And he says that that Supreme Father, he should be called out by his name. He should be uh, called out for protection. In Quran, Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Muhammad calls himself prophet of God. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah and the seal of the prophets. But whereas in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna clearly declares himself to be God. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. So, from the teachings of different religious scriptural scriptures, we can very easily understand that Krishna is that supreme God, And Muhammad and Jesus, they are his sons and messengers. So Muhammad is messenger of Lord Krishna, and Jesus is son of Lord Krishna. This is very much, this is clearly, means one can see from these teachings. So there is no contradiction. The ways and means are only different, but that does not make any difference. Principles are the same. So what is the connection between names of God, Krishna and Christ? Let us try to know about this. So if you go and search about the word Christ, from where it has come. So Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, and Christos is the Greek version of the word Krishta. Christos is a Greek version of the word Krishta, and Krishta is a Sanskrit word meaning the object of attraction. So when we address God as Christ, Krishna, or Krishna, we indicate the same all attractive God. That's all. So Christ, whether you say Christ, Krishna, or Krishna, all these three are all these three names represent the same God, Krishna. That's all. There's no difference. Just like we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, but those who are foreigners, foreign devotees, especially Chinese and Japanese, so they are unable to chant Krishna and Ram. They chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Lam, Lam Lam, Hare. But they are very sincere devotees, and we have seen many of these foreign devotees of Krishna, gradually over the period of time, they become habituated in chanting pure name of Krishna, Hare Krishna. They are able to pronounce. But suppose, take for example, if some foreign devotee is there, and he, instead of chanting Hare Ram, he is chanting Hare Ram, and we chant Hare Ram. So does that make any difference? No, because Krishna knows they are chanting my name. So he knows. So there's no difference. So Krishna and Christ are one and the same because the meaning is the same. Somebody who cannot chant Krishna, so he can chant Christ or Krishna. There's no problem. One can chant. And that's why Prabhupada, when he met one of the this padri in one of the churches, so Prabhupada observed that this father, he is always chanting the name of Christ. So Srila Prabhupada very much appreciated him, and he told him that you continue chanting the name of Christ. That will be very nice. So in this way. So when Jesus said, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, that name of God was Krishna or Krishna. So when Jesus said, Our Father, who had made all the arrangement in heaven, so that God, the name is Krishna or Krishna. That means Jesus Christ, he knew about Krishna. So Christ is simply another way of saying Krishna, and Krishna is another way of pronouncing Krishna. So just pronunciation difference is there. That's all. No other difference. So in this way, there are various similarities. Different religions call him by different names as they simply glorify one of his innumerable qualities. For example, different names are the Allah, Jehovah, Christ, Yahweh, Vaheguru, Elohim, Adonai, etc. So different names are there, have been given to the name God, considering his different qualities. Because God, he is unlimited, his qualities are unlimited, and his pastimes are unlimited. So he has unlimited names. So with any name one can call him. Suppose if somebody chants the name Allah, so when he chants Allah, so he understands that Allah means all powerful. So God is all powerful. So that means Krishna will understand that he is calling me. Krishna will come to know. Just like suppose if a person has more than one name, two, three name, like myself have two, three, four names. Now I have got the name Anant Rupa Gaurdas. If somebody comes and says Anant Rupa Gaurdas Prabhu, so I will immediately turn my face towards him. Suppose if my mother comes and she calls me Sarad, one of my name is Sarad. So she calls me Sarad. So I will immediately turn my face toward my mother. And somebody else, my school friends, they come and they call me Anurag. So I will immediately turn my face towards them. So although the name are different, but I know all these three names are mine. So different people they call my name indifferently, but that does not make any difference. So similarly, different qualities, considering the different qualities of God, in different kinds of religion, their leaders or their guru or spiritual preceptors, acharyas, we can say, like Jesus Christ, Muhammad, they have given different names, which should be chanted by by their followers. So if the followers of any religion, if they strictly follow the instructions, teachings given by their acharyas, so they can make progress in spiritual life. There's no doubt about it. And just like even in our Sanatan Dharma, different names of God are there. Lord Ramchandra is there, Narayana is there, Krishna is there. So all these names, Narayana, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Dwarkadhis. So these are different names for the same Supreme Personality of God. But of course, the kind of name one chants and the kind of attraction or mood one develops for the Supreme Lord, that same kind of destination one will get. If one somebody is attracted towards Narayana, he chants the name of Narayana. So he will not go to Golok Vrindavan or Dwarka. He will go to Narayana's planets, Narayana, Supreme Lord Sabon. Similarly, other religion, so although they don't know about the personality of Godhead, Narayana or Krishna or Dwarkadhis or Lord Ramchandra, but they address the same Lord with their some specific quality. Like Allah means the all powerful, and similarly Jehovah and Vaheguru, all these names have some qualities of the Lord. So by addressing the Lord in this way, they will get attracted, they will gradually surrender to the Supreme Lord. And one day they will come to the platform of understanding the real personality of God. So when they will come to this understanding, then they will choose one of the personality like Narayana, Dwarkadhis, Lord Ramchandra, and Krishna, either in this birth or in the next and upcoming birth. And then they will finally land up into those spiritual planets. So this is the way, this is a way towards ultimate perfection, Vaikuntha. So in between, there may be different kinds of ways and means, just like when we are given education. So first we get educated in our primary school. So we are different principals and teachers. They teach us in different through different means and ways. When we get promoted, then we go to school, and then we enter into college, and then we go to senior college, and then finally somebody may go for masters. So this is a gradual process. So similarly, in different religions, so as the path towards God. So just like another example is there, we call sun by different names. These are different names. Ravi, Dinkar, Bhaskar, Surya, Aditya are the name of the same sun, but different names are there. So if you whether you say Ravi or Surya or Suraj or Dinkar or Bhaskar or Aditya, that does not make any difference because the object is the same, the sun. But all these names address the same object, sun. Similarly, water, pani, jal, neer. Similarly, all religions are addressing only one God, whom they call by different names. God has thousands of names, being the greatest personality. God being the greatest personality, he has thousands and thousands, unlimited names. So why God can be restricted to one way only? That is why those people, those Christians who say Jesus is the only way, so that is a great misunderstanding, because that means you are restricting God. You are saying that God can only be attained through Jesus. No, Jesus is one son of God, a pure servant of God. And similarly, God has got many millions and trillions of such servants. And God can be accessible to the living entities in many millions and trillions of ways and means, not only for human beings, but even for animals also. Uh, the Supreme Lord takes his incarnation even among the species of birds, beasts, trees, and plants, and aquatics, animals also. But we only have information about God taking incarnation in human form of life, and or if other species, those who are having some interaction with the human society, like Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Simha Avatar are there, but their contribution or interaction was with the human society. So we have mentions about the such incarnations of Godhead in our scriptures. But in Bhagavatam, it is mentioned. Prahlad Maharaj himself says that, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, for the purpose of delivering all kinds of living entities from this material existence, you take incarnation in all the species of life. All the 84 lakhs species of life, Lord Krishna appears just to establish dharma in that particular species according to their level of understanding. So that is the nature of God. He cannot be restricted. He is present, he is omniscient, he is omnipotent, and he is all pervading. And may ways and means to attain him is also, and different ways are there. So, role of God. God has various roles. So, in this material world, he is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer. God itself means generator, operator, and destroyer of the universes. He destroys demons, protects devotees, and reestablishes religions principles. That is the uh, roles of God in this material world. But beyond this material world, in the spiritual world, there God in various forms enjoys loving pastimes with his devotees eternally. So that is the variety of God's form and incarnation. So he cannot be restricted to just one thing, one form, or one name. But obviously, of course, that will be covered in upcoming sessions. The form of Supreme Lord as Krishna, Syam Sundar, that is the highest or original form of Godhead. There is no doubt about it. We are not saying this because we are worshipper of Krishna, but because all the scriptures, all the Vedic scriptures, they give the evidence about this. So although God can assume so many unlimited varieties of forms, unlimited varieties of names, but the original form of the Lord is Shyam Sundar, Lord Krishna, and the original name of the Lord is Krishna. From the name of Krishna, all the different names of unlimited, infinite names of God are expanded, and as much as from the original Syam Sundar form of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, all other forms of the God, they appear. So because of the above different roles, some religions present God as giver of justice, rewarder and punisher, maintainer, etc. These are not the ultimate role of God. His ultimate role is to simply exchange love and service from his pure devotees. So different roles, according to different roles, he is given different names. But his real role is that he's always engaged in this loving relationship with his devotees. So this worship of God or service of God or love of God can be done in four platforms. First is platform of fear. So praying out of fear for punishment. That is the first platform. But when one ascends and progresses, then he worships the Lord with a desire, praying for some material benefits. So in the platform of fear, one thinks that if I don't worship or I don't surrender to God, then he may do some harm to me. So that is a very a low level of understanding of God. But when one progresses another stage, then he understands, oh, God is our Father, He is our maintainer. So He will supply us our all material needs and benefits. So we should pray for Him, pray to Him for our fulfillment of our material desires. So that is second platform. And then next one progresses, then one serves the Lord out of duty, praying out of gratitude. In this stage, one does not ask for material benefits. He thinks that, my dear Lord, you are already our well-wisher. Everything is automatically supplied by you. So you care, you are our maintainer, protector, uh, and controller. So you are our well-wisher. So there's no need to ask something from God. Rather, because you are doing everything to us, you are giving so much facility to us. So it's our duty to, without selflessly serve you. That is the platform of duty. So in this platform, demigods generally they come in this platform. They pray, they serve as a matter of gratitude. And the highest platform of worship of God is out of intense love, where the devotee just serves the Lord simply out of a natural, spontaneous affection and love for the Lord. He doesn't care whether God is maintaining him or whether God is supplying to him something. He doesn't even care to know whether Krishna is God or not. In this category, Brajavasis they come. So they don't even know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. They simply know Krishna is our beloved child, Krishna is our beloved friend, Krishna is our beloved boyfriend or husband a master. In this way, they simply serve Krishna out of spontaneous love. So that is the highest platform. So all different kinds of religious scriptures or religious system has been made to make one progress from the platform of fear to the platform of love. So one who is at the platform of fear, he may not be able to suddenly or directly take the mode of worship which is performed at the platform of love. So that's why there is a need for them to give those kind of religious process by which gradually they may ascend from fear to desire to duty, and then finally when they come to the platform of love, then they are naturally attracted towards Krishna. So in this way, different religious system has been given to human society. So ascending to ultimate religion of pure love of God. So that is the understanding about God mentioned in different religious systems, which we discussed today. So tomorrow we'll discuss, which is very important, Srila Prabhupada, the ambassador from the spiritual world, and the highest understanding of God and highest form of God in as Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and highest mode of worship or service to Krishna on the platform of love is given to all the human society at present by one of the most elevated and eternal associate of Supreme Lord Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. So we'll discuss about him tomorrow. So thank you very much. If there are any questions, please you can
Hare
ask.
Krishna.
Hare
That was
Krishna.
good.
Yes, Jitesh ma'am.
So how is it said that Krishna is the object of attraction,
Yeah, the
and
Krishna
how
is
does
the
it
only
translate
object of
for me to? But Krishna is God, right? Not an object.
object. What do you understand about object?
Object is a non-living thing, but
No,
Krishna
this is
is
no,
the source of everything, right?
no. The Vedic Shastras, they give a different understanding of object. Object means vastu,
Okay,
vastu, and vastu means which is vastav. Vastav,
right.
the word vastav has come from vastu. Vastav means real. So anything which is real, that is known as
Mhm.
object or vastu. So in
Okay.
material conception, we think object means some non-living things, but that is
Mhm.
not object.
Right.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
So, okay, Hare Krishna.